I just can't believe this is the night vision video feed for a security camera. In this video, I'm gonna unbox the WYZE Cam Outdoor V2 that got a lot of hype recently on TikTok. I'm gonna show you how to set it up. We're gonna go over the features, and finally, I'm gonna give you my honest review. Let's get cracking. So we have some screws if you want to attach it to a wall. We have a USB cable. We have an Ethernet cable. We have a power brick to power up the station. We have the camera itself attached to the base. It's actually magnetic. You can attach or detach very easily. That's a really good function, and you can rotate left and right, pan, change the angle. You can do everything. Very good design for the base. We have a screw at the bottom if you want to attach it just separately. I'm assuming there's a speaker here. We have a micro SD slot on the right side. At the back we have a button to power it on and off, and we have a micro USB slot for charging the camera. And lastly, we have the base. There's two antenna. We have a micro SD card on the right side, and we have a sync button. We have a USB slot. At the back we have the LAN, and we have the power slot. Also at the bottom we have an option to mount it to the wall or anywhere else. We have the IP65 weather resistance, which is really good because you're gonna leave this camera outdoor. We have a wire-free system, which is really awesome because it's not going to be attached to any wires connecting to the base, and the base is going to be attached to the internet. You can just detach the camera and charge it and put it back with this magnetic stand, which is really awesome. I really like the design for this security camera. It just makes it super easy. And we have the color night vision. That's the first time I'm hearing about the color night vision, because usually the night vision in these cameras are black and white. And we have the PIR motion detection. So this camera, if somebody or anything moves in front of it, it's gonna alert you. And it also works with WYZE solar panel. So if you attach it to the solar panel, you don't even need to worry about charging. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to set it up while we hear about the sponsor of this video. NordVPN. It encrypts your internet connection, making it virtually impossible for anyone to intercept your data. Plus, it allows you to access geo-restricted content from anywhere in the world. I personally watch my anime from the Japan servers. You can unlock streaming services, websites, and apps that may be restricted in your region. NordVPN has a limited time offer exclusively for our viewers. If you sign up using the link in the description below, you'll get 65% discount plus 3 months of free VPN. And you also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's right, a risk-free trial. Okay, so let's talk about the WYZE Outdoor V2. I've been using this camera in the past 48 hours, and I have some good news and some bad news. I mean, as far as the installation process was super easy. The battery lasts pretty long. It was 100% when I started using it, and we are at around 86% right now. It can hold up to maybe 4 months of coverage, but they're claiming 6 months. And you plug in the base to your router and you use the app to connect to the camera. The process is super easy and it works fine with my router, and I have no issue with that. And this camera does a pretty good job with motion detection. You can detect any movement. If sometimes there's something moving far away in the background, it will detect that one as well. Somebody passes, very small movement in the camera, it actually records all of that. But if you want to separate the detection for the people or the animals or the vehicles, you need to sign up for the subscription. I don't know if it's $2-3 per month, but sometimes it might get annoying. You get all of those notifications on your phone that something is moving, because sometimes you just want to ignore the animals or cars and just stick with people, but you cannot do that in the free version of the app. For me, honestly, I disabled the whole notification thing, because something moves slightly, it will send me a notification. I just don't want to get bothered every second of the day. But that's a good feature when you're out of town. You just want to get alerts from what's happening around your house or apartment. In the free version, it will just send you a picture of the motion. You can click on the live stream and see what's going on, and just to make sure you're safe and everything is okay. But in the paid version, it will record like a 10-12 seconds of video that actually what happened. I really like the versatility of this camera. I was just taking it out, I was putting it in my balcony, I don't know, just to get the time lapse of the sunrise. You can move it around. You don't have to just leave it at the station because it has a pretty good range. I tested the range, pretty good for a normal, maybe 3 or 4 bedroom house. The video quality, even though on the full HD quality, the video quality is not really great. It's just okay video quality in my opinion. One of the strong suits of this camera is the night vision. The night vision is, in my opinion, it's really amazing because it takes a really low light and it bumps up the exposure and you can see everything like clearly at night, and that's what differentiates this camera from the other night vision cameras out there. It also works with the traditional night vision. When it gets too dark, it will switch to that traditional infrared mode, and what you see is a black and white picture like any other night vision cameras. But when you have like a little bit of light source, it will show you the full colors and bright picture that you don't even notice it's night. But the video quality during the night is a little bit lower than the day. I mean, obviously you don't have much of a light source, but it's not something that you cannot notice the movement or the faces or I don't know, the text or numbers and stuff like that. For that reason, I think it will be a pass. The field of view, I noticed, is a good range. I mean, for the horizontal field of view is 130 degrees. I was expecting a little bit more on the vertical field of view as well. Let me just talk a little bit about the WYZE app, what you can do within the app. So after you install everything, the camera and the base, you can take pictures. Pictures are decent, not the greatest quality, but average quality. And also you have an option to record the videos. That's how I recorded most of the videos during the day and nights. There's an option to speak. If somebody is at the door in front of the camera, you can speak to them.
Now we're testing the audio quality. If someone talks to the camera, that's the audio level that you're gonna hear. I think it's pretty okay, pretty normal. We have a mic on the camera. It's fun.
But that's one of the downside of this camera, because the microphone and the speaker on the camera is not really powerful. I mean, the audio is a little bit distorted because it's just a small tiny microphone. It does the job. It's not really terrible, but it's average. Also, I tried the time lapse to capture the sunrise. You set the timer for how many hours you want this time lapse to go on, and it will take pictures every 1 minute, 30 seconds or 5 minutes, depends on your settings. The picture quality is not the greatest. You see some movements, but it's not gonna be like those GoPro time lapses that you can actually share on social media or anything like that. The quality in that department suffers greatly. And there's another function, is the siren, that you can sound the alarm, warn people about the security or something like that. But that's another downside of this security camera. Siren is not really loud and it's not gonna scare anybody. Maybe they need to do some upgrades for that as well. I think they're really working on the software of these cameras and the base, because in the past 2 days I got like maybe 4 times to get an update for this camera. Also in the app you have the option to select the quality. You can go with the auto, SD and 360p. I'm just leaving it at HD because I want to get the full picture quality, even though the full picture quality is not really the greatest. Also, you have the option to install the SD card, but I think SD cards comes in handy when you have a subscription for the paid version of the app, so it will record whatever is happening in front of the camera. But on the free version, it will just send you a notification through the app with a picture, so you don't really need installing the SD card on this camera. $3 or $4 a month, so you can do the whole home security monitoring. And the home monitoring is actually $10 a month, so you can sign up for those paid versions as well. Also, another downside for this camera might be the magnetic base, because you can easily detach it from the base. If somebody, they just want to steal this camera, they did something to your property and they take the camera with themselves. But there's the thing, you can install the SD card on the base inside your apartment and home, and that works as a backup recording. But if somebody takes the camera and steal it, you still have your recording in the base. So maybe installing the SD card on the base wouldn't be a bad idea. You can change between the night vision mode, turn off the night vision and just leave it at auto. And if you go to this setting, we have an option for detection settings. If you don't want to get bothered with every little details, you can decrease the detection for close and far. And for the notification, you can select the notification for low battery or detects motion. On the free version that I am working right now, I disabled the detects motion because I get notification for every single movement in front of the camera, and it could get a little bit annoying, but when you're out of town, maybe that could work. We have the option to rotate image 180 degrees. So if you install this camera on your ceiling, you turn on this 180 degrees rotation and it will rotate the viewing, so it's not going to be upside down, it's going to be normal. But so far I'm really happy about this camera. It has a good build, very wide range of functions. The motion detection works really well. It's versatile, you can just move it around very easily. It's magnetic, you can take it out, charge it. The only downside would be the audio quality is not really great, and sometimes the video quality during the night is not great. That's pretty much it for the negatives, and maybe somebody would just steal this really easily because it detaches from the base, and it doesn't really make sense for the security camera just to get detached from the base. But maybe you need to install it out of reach. And sometimes the video recording glitches out and doesn't really record the video. I have some cropped files on my phone. On the package it says that it works with Google and Alexa. I don't have Alexa, but I pair this camera with the Google, and for some reason it doesn't pop up in my Google Home app. It just shows that the camera is not available. Maybe they need to fix that in the app as well. I'm gonna leave a link down in the description for this camera so you can check for yourself. Well, there you have it. That was my honest review for the WYZE Cam Outdoor V2. And let me know what you think about this camera, or if you have any question about the camera, I'm gonna answer them in the comment section to the best of my knowledge. And let me know if you want me to try different brands and compare them with this WYZE camera. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.